What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, my sister Dolores.
What's up?
My brother Derek.
What's up?
And our friend Dan.
What's going on?
And this week, we're going to be talking about 10 Cloverfield Lane, which I am convinced is a different movie that they shoved into the Cloverfield franchise.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like this was a script that was like laying around somewhere, and somebody was like, this is a good script, and they're like,
it was a good script.
We'll stick it with Cloverfield.
It's not exactly how it happened, but sort of.
Yeah. Nonetheless, this is a psychological thriller, and a pretty good movie.
Yes,
I would say. Yeah,
very good.
I think that what makes it good is, like, we've all seen it before, right?
Yeah.
Is that movies like this, usually when it's like this sort of thriller, when it's like, what's really going on, it's like once you see it once, doesn't have the same impact the second time around.
Right.
And I feel like this was still good. Even though I knew the outcome of it, it was like still getting to that point was still entertaining.
Yeah.
Right.
This was my first time seeing it.
Oh, it's the first time seeing it?
Yeah, I have never
really?
seen it before. Yeah.
Oh.
I could have. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen it
You
before.
tripping? Huh?
Okay.
You did just say
Oh, yeah. Dolores did just say, we all seen this before, right?
I mean, I was going to say I hope so because it's kind of our job. So
Yeah.
what are you going to say about it if you haven't seen it before?
Yeah. Well, now we've seen it.
Yeah.
Hopefully we've seen it.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, before reviewing it, no, I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
So this was a first watch.
Okay.
All right. So what'd you think?
I will agree with Dolores said, like, the anticipation, the leading up to it, because you're watching it and it's just like, okay, is he telling the truth? Is he not telling the truth?
Yeah.
So it's that whole thing, and then it's just like, you're like, okay, yeah, he's telling the truth. Okay, no, maybe he's not.
Yeah.
He is.
When I jump into the plot, I was gonna talk about that because that's kind of the main thing of this story.
Yeah.
But we got John Goodman, who, man, he killed it in this role.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Yeah.
I was
He definitely
like,
did.
does he get enough credit for being a good actor?
He does.
I don't think he does. But
Even the way that he walked around, like moved,
Mhm.
was just, I thought, really relating to his character. I'm like, I don't think he moves like that like in real life. Like the way he was just moving around, like
kind of
I'm like,
lumbering.
lumbering around and stuff like that. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, he's really like into this character.
Yeah.
Like he played it perfectly though.
Yeah. So he played it. I forget the girl's name. The actress.
The actress.
Something Elizabeth something.
Okay.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. But in the show, her name was Michelle.
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 Yeah.
Michelle.
She also did a good job in that role.
Yeah, she did.
And then there were only 3 actors for this.
Yep.
Oh, well, 4.
Who are we counting? We're not counting Ben.
No.
Oh.
No, the lady that
lady.
came.
Yeah, the lady. Ran up
She showed up in person on camera, so 4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she did a good job.
4 visible.
It was very convincing.
Very.
Yeah.
It was convincing.
But the guy who's also the actor's name is John Jeffries, something like that.
Something Gallagher Jr.
Yeah,
John Gallagher
Jr. Yeah.
John, yeah, I knew they both were John. Yes, so John Gallagher Jr.
John
So we had them. Everybody did really good in like making this believable. Taking the aliens away from this, it's kind of a believable story. Like if you heard this on the news, like this happening, you'd be like, oh man, you know.
But that's the thing. Like we talk about, like whether or not the aliens were just tacked on. This movie didn't need the Cloverfield attachment, like at all.
Well, it needed it in order to make it a Cloverfield movie. So that's what they did. They took the script and they were like, okay, because I guarantee the end of the movie was her escaping.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay, well, we need to actually make this Cloverfield. And so they
So now you're escaping and aliens.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, because the last 10, 15 minutes, she's fighting aliens now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just unnecessary.
Yep. Fighting aliens and duct tape and shower curtain and pop bottles and whatnot. I mean, I guess it worked.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, it was fine.
It was cool. I had no issue with it. It was just and
Unnecessary.
okay, I say unnecessary, but also kind of because, like you said, we don't know if he's telling the truth or not. You know what I mean?
Throughout this movie.
But there's like points where it's like when the lady ran up to the house, it's like, okay, maybe he is telling the truth, and then looking at the pigs. But then she went up to fix the air unit, and then she saw that the girl scratched help in there. I'm like, the sky's blue and everything, nothing really going on. I'm like, okay, well maybe he not telling the truth. But then she gets out there, she escapes, and bow, aliens.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, he was telling the truth.
Yeah, he is a nutcase.
Yeah,
but he was right about something.
Yeah.
So, let's jump into the plot then, because we kind of jumped over all the points there.
We did.
So basically, Michelle gets in a car accident and she wakes up in a bunker with Howard, chained to a wall. And basically, Howard is telling her that there's been an attack and she can't go outside because you'll die. The air is contaminated, and the movie is her going back and forth with whether or not that is true, which is what we said. And I think it does. It takes all of the viewers, like me, I know it is true because, well, sort of true, because I've seen the movie before. But as someone that when first time watching it, I'm like, is he lying or is he not lying?
Yeah.
Like when you first start, one red flag, I'm chained. I'm like, why'd you chain me to the wall, right? But then you're like, there's been a nuclear attack, and it's like, okay. But then in his speech about the nuclear attack, he mentions Martians. Then I go back, going like, well, no, he's crazy, Then he show us the dead pigs, like you said, and it was like, maybe, and it just kept doing that where you're like, no, but then the lady comes and she dies at the door, and then you're like, okay, maybe he is telling the truth, but he cray.
Yeah, so I guess the thing is that they were both true. He's crazy, and there were aliens.
But then you got Everett Dewitt, who was also kind of backing up his story.
And see, it was like, with Emmett.
Emmett Dewitt
was such a dummy. It's like he's like, I seen it myself, but then you're like, this guy's kind of dense.
Yeah.
So it was like, can you really believe what he said?
And then that was my, like, from my viewpoint, since it was my first time watching it, I was just like, okay, is Emmett playing to be an idiot? And it's like they're both like playing this game, and it's just like, okay, she's not gonna believe me because I'm this creepy guy, but you're this fun, goofy idiot guy. You befriend her, but it's like they both like have an end game with it. So it's just like my thinking kind of went towards that for a little bit, because I was just like, okay, maybe Emmett is along with it as well, and it's just not by himself. So it's just like, so it's just like, okay, is he the one? And it's not John Goodman. So it's just like the back and forth. And then it's just like, okay, something is up.
I like that aspect of the movie.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that in watching the movie, like just that thought process. But I did like, Michelle's character, even though she had her initial freak out, which I mean, as one does when you wake up chained to a wall.
Of course.
She definitely got kicked in the survival instincts, right? She tries to get her phone. Unfortunately, it doesn't work, and he gives her crutches, and she immediately goes to using it as a weapon. Smoke some, put smoke in the vent to make him come down there.
I would say for your typical, let's say, suspense thriller or whatever, it's always like, oh, I trip and fall, or it's I can't figure this out. Like her character, she thoughtfully thought everything through, and she always was looking to escape. Like she was never satisfied with her situation. Like she was always looking to escape. Like when she felt that something was off, she went with it. Like she didn't oh, well, maybe no. It's just she went with it. Because like I said in the beginning, soon as he left the room, it was like, all right, how can I get out this
How can I
room
kill this dude?
and how can I kill this dude to escape?
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, even when that didn't work, she was still trying something else.
Yeah, like when she stole the keys at the dinner table.
Yeah, she was like, no, I'm gonna get out.
I'm gonna get the keys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get those.
Mm-hmm.
And then clocked him over the head with a bottle.
Yes.
Well, you don't break those bottles, so I don't really do that. But it will hurt.
It would definitely hurt. It'll knock you on the floor.
No, so catch him off guard enough for me to get up them
Yeah.
stairs and draw those keys.
Actually, you might not want the bottle to break. I feel like you actually, besides cutting, you actually do more damage
Yeah.
if
Mhm.
it stays intact. You know.
Yeah.
True enough.
But yeah, clocked him over the head with the bottle. Runs towards the door. That's
Yeah.
when that's when the
when
lady
she went
comes.
to the lady, yeah.
Yeah. And he's yelling at her to not let her in
Yeah.
and don't open the door.
And so at that point, and even as a viewer,
Yes.
like when you go, she sees the lady trying to get into the bunker.
Like covered in scars and all
Yeah.
of this stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, he only touched me a little bit. I'm like, lady, he touched you a lot.
Yeah. 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 Now, and I'm saying to myself watching it, I'm like, don't let her, please. I'm like, I know dude seemed crazy.
I know he nuts,
but he might be on to something.
might not
Do
wanna go
not
out there.
let her in.
you might not want to go out there. And plus, she started tripping too. I'm like, when she get in there, she might jack y'all up. Y'all.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was
Like
like,
a
oh, she
straight
let
up
him in,
Last
and
of
then
Us type thing?
yeah, and then she killed everybody in there. I'm like,
Yeah. Especially when she started bashing her head against someone. I'm like, yeah, we need you outside.
Mhm.
You tripping?
yes,
That was that was ill. That was ill. She
Yeah.
was having a conversation with old boy Everett.
Emmett.
I don't know why I keep saying Everett, but yeah, Emmett, do it, Emmett. Yeah, do it, Emmett. But yeah, Emmett, do it. She was having a conversation with him at the table, and then she like touched his hand, and that's what set dude off.
yeah.
He was like,
Mhm.
"I see what you're doing," and he flipped out, had her over there in the corner, and that's when she took the keys.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, you didn't feel that, man? Must be some thick jeans.
Well, they were on some thick legs, so you know.
You got
Whoa.
nerves in those legs.
Whoa. Yeah, you're like, you gotta feel it. Like,
But it's like, but if you're concentrating solely on something else, it's possible.
no, I guess so. They said if you, I don't know if it's true or not, but they said if you're not looking at somebody and they touch your elbow, you might not feel it. Like if they touch it like lightly like this, you probably won't feel it. Like I don't know if that's true or
I
not.
don't think that's true.
If
But
they
I mean,
if
you-
they take your concentration away from it,
Yeah,
though,
I mean,
because
you're
when they have
distracted,
like
okay.
professional pickpockets and
Pockets.
pickpockets, yeah,
Pickpockers.
yeah, it's like that's how they get you. Because it was like normally you would feel it, but they are distracting you with something else that is like you psychologically dismiss what you felt.
I mean, yeah, I buy that, right? She gets him so mad, he's angry while
Yeah.
he's telling her she can take the keys.
Yeah,
I
and
buy
you
that.
see, is like he's not mentally stable, so for him to
Clearly.
get that angry, he was no longer paying attention to the keys.
That's one aspect of the movie I was wondering about. I'm like, because I kind of wanted maybe a little bit of backstory. I'm like, it can't just be because he's crazy. Like, dude said he was in the Navy and whatnot. But it's like, it just seemed like the whole movie, he was angry, like bitter, and just he was treating them like kids.
There
Like, why
is
are you
some
treating them
backstory.
like?
So
Yes?
my take from it is that his wife and daughter left, probably because he's a little unstable. So
Mhm.
since they left, he's trying to replace that family dynamic. So he's been taking girls that reminds him of his daughter Megan.
Mhm.
And so like, and I'm pretty sure we get that when we get through the plot some more. Excuse me. That Brittany was there. She's the one who scribbled help on the glass, found her earring. And so since Brittany probably broke the rules and died, he replaced her with Michelle. Michelle was convenient because he already spotted her at the gas station.
Yeah.
He was going to take her regardless. The attack just kind of boosted that for him.
Yeah,
Because now he's like, you can't leave, you have to stay here. And basically, he doesn't want her to feel like a prisoner, but to kind of see him as that father figure.
Mhm.
Because once she realized, after that lady comes, she realized, like, okay, we really are stuck. They did that whole 10-minute montage of them doing
things
men-
together as a family.
Yeah, watching
Yeah.
movies, doing puzzles. They're doing things as the family, and everything was all good and cozy, and he was happy.
yeah,
Yeah. And that's what I was going to talk about. At that point, both the viewer and Michelle's character was like, okay, this is real.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of, it dials down the suspense for you because you're like, all right, well, we
Mhm.
got to be here,
Mhm.
hmm
So And that's when it calms down until, we roll into the part where she finds the help message and stuff. Which, how did Brittany get there?
Because she had to get there to fix the air filter.
Yeah, Michelle had to crawl through a vent.
I'm thinking that the air filter probably broke once before.
Oh, and he sent Brittany through.
Sent Brittany to do it.
She's the only one that could fit up there.
No, remember, they don't have to go through the air vent. The door wouldn't open, which is why she couldn't go through the hatch.
Yeah.
Crawl through the
vent.
That's
right. Okay.
Oh, yeah, because I was wondering when she was fixing, I'm like, is this really the only way y'all had to get up here? Because if it broke and she
he
wasn't here.
Be able to do it.
Yeah, neither one of y'all can get up there.
The door wouldn't open.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. But yeah, that's when she found the earring, because the earring is what she used to scratch the message onto the thing.
Yeah.
But it was, blood on it. She compared it to the picture and like, yeah, this is the girl's blood. So like, obviously he did something to her. Mm-hmm. And that's when she kind of went back on alert. Like,
well, yeah.
Okay.
Now we're here with the murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we need to let him out. Hey, if I'm Emmett and Michelle, listen. To tie him up and all that goodness in one person. I'm sorry. Because we believe that his story is at least partially true, right? There's something wrong outside. We saw someone die outside the door. So we are stuck in here. I'm not trying to run and escape and go somewhere else. Brett's just going to have to die. And then...
Okay, here's my thing with that. You're now talking about murdering somebody.
Before he murders us.
But what I'm going to say, not that that's wrong. What I'm saying is that's not an easy thing, an easy leap to make. You're not a murderer.
Yeah.
And the guy
we have conclusive proof that he murdered a girl, and he is grooming Michelle to be the same thing.
But he hasn't touched her. He hasn't done anything.
Right. He hasn't done none of that yet.
He's not going to. Right. He wants to replace his family. He's not going to harm her.
Yeah.
Unless she breaks the rules, then she's dead.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. He's not your typical kidnapper. When you think like, okay, because she said, "What are you going to do to me?" And he's like, "I'm going to keep you alive." He has no interest in whatsoever doing anything else with her besides just keeping her there as a family member.
All right. See, we don't go that route, and then that's how you get barrel of acid.
But my thing is, because he hasn't been harmful to her, I feel like it'll be hard for her and Emmett to make that leap to, I'm going to kill him in his sleep.
Yeah. And then I felt like another element was like, they knew outside was dangerous at that time, but they didn't know how dangerous. So it's just like, okay, make the suit a fake hazmat suit just in case you do need it when you go outside. But it was just like there wasn't enough for both of them.
Well, no, what Darren is saying, forget all that. Just kill the man
and then just stay down there.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if I would be able to stay down there. Like, I would be thinking of, like, my thought would be I need to escape too. Like, my first thought wouldn't be to kill him.
With Darren's point, kill him. Then one of us, because think about it, if he's still alive, one of us has to stay in there. Hope he doesn't know that someone escaped, because whoever stays behind is dead.
Yeah. Well, they were going to tie him up, which neither one of them were going to get him.
No, they weren't going to be able to. No.
That wasn't going to happen.
That wasn't going to happen. So that's why I was saying is like, yo, before he murders one of us, and Emmett, I'm sorry, maybe Michelle is like cool, but yeah, Emmett, like he was walking on eggshells before he was killed.
Yeah. Because Emmett said that he had to fight his way to get in there.
Yeah. So...
And I feel like Emmett was only there because of John Goodman being so afraid of what's going on outside that he just let him stay there because of that. Like, that was his biggest fear was of that. Then,
well, yeah, I mean, he's a conspiracy theorist, and it came true. So
so it was just like, if it was like a normal situation, Emmett would have never even made it down there.
Well, he's not gonna let Emmett into his chamber while he got girls tied up. No.
Yeah, generally that's not what you do.
No, you don't. So, I'm like, you do that because in my head, I have to stay. Like, I have no choice but to stay in this place because I feel like there's more danger with me trying to find another place to be at.
I agree with you. I just don't think it would have been an easy move to make.
I disagree. I mean,
You think like you could just kill him?
In that situation, yes, I
Yeah.
could.
Yeah,
Now,
absolutely.
I'm not a person, like, I'm fairly nonviolent, you know? Not
Fairly.
generally down for, yes.
You said family, not my words. You said it.
But in that situation where I'm like, it's as if I have nowhere, because to me, outside is off limits. I saw someone die.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like making a makeshift hazmat suit. Nah, bro. Because think about what the suit that she made, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, he said possibly nuclear, right?
Mhm.
That suit was not protecting her against radiation.
But see, my thing
No.
is, I feel like I'm gonna take that risk because something is better than nothing.
Yes.
You know what?
And
The
that was
something
my
that was
view.
better than nothing is
Killing
taking. I was like taking the one problem out of the equation. That makes it.
My thinking
better
was
than
with
nothing.
Dolores. I was like, hey, something is better than nothing.
Well, you
I
mean
just-
like wearing the suit? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. If I had to, yes, I would wear it.
I just feel like to me, it would be a harder leap. Until
I agree.
he did something to me.
Yeah, and at that
Me
point, he
be
hasn't
like-
done anything to me.
Yeah, to like take scissors to him while he sleep. I just feel like
I agree with you until I found the help sign, which
Okay.
tells me that he has had people there before and they want it like held against their will.
mhm.
The bloody earring and a picture of the girl
Wearing the same shirt.
wearing the earring.
Yeah.
And the same shirt.
And
she-
then you have on the same shirt.
To me, like Detroit Become Human, the little dot on my head turns red at that point. Like I'm in danger. Little Ralph from The Simpsons. I'm in danger. Like at that point, like because I agree with you.
Mhm.
At the point that I find that help sign,
Mm-hmm.
then I feel like hey, he doesn't have to physically do anything to me.
Mhm.
I'm clearly in danger being with him.
Okay.
Okay.
And on top of that, I'm not gonna wait till he does something to me for me
No,
to
I
feel
agree.
like
I just
let me
for
take him out.
I still don't think it would be. I understand what you're saying. I just don't think it will still be an easy decision or an easy thing to do.
Okay.
Okay, I would say not easy.
I
no.
mean, yeah.
I agree.
I mean, yeah, I definitely probably have to talk yourself into doing it.
Right.
But to me, I still like. I think I would come to the conclusion that that is the best decision
Okay.
Mhm.
because their decision to run. I don't think even if they can make two hazmat suits and they both run, I still feel like it's a bad decision because you don't know where to go. You don't know where to go. You don't know what the contamination is. There's a lot of variables that we don't know. And we can step outside and immediately die because our makeshift hazmat suits just don't work for whatever it is.
Right. That's true.
That's very true.
Very, very true.
Mm.
And you also need food and water and whatnot. And he had all that
Yeah,
there. So where do
and
you
all
find
that
is
where do
there.
you find that again?
Yeah,
Yeah. So-
because if he's true, right, and everyone else is dead,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Only downside is where do you put him?
yeah,
'cause they didn't know about the acid
They didn't
yet,
know about the
so-
acid.
Yeah. Kind of just gotta let him sit there and waste away.
No, you
take
can't.
him out, but he's so big though.
Oh, just take him out the.
How they gonna get him up the stairs?
Yeah.
Then they gotta open the door and the contamination.
Right.
Wow,
You
so,
got the hazmat suit still. You can
but
still
then
make
you,
a
but then
hazmat
all
suit.
that air is getting in though.
Yeah.
Once you open the
It was
doors.
double
Open the
door.
door. It is double door. It's like an
So
airlock.
it's-
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. That's true.
Hard part would be getting him up the stairs.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
You're gonna have to wait for him to decay a little bit, lose a little weight. And then
Ew,
get him
no,
up
it's
there.
gonna be
By that
worse.
time, it's
That's gonna
worse.
be worse.
He'll be
by that
lighter, though.
time he will be lighter, but by that time,
Oh,
it's worse.
By that time, his skin is falling
It'd be
off.
pretty
now.
bad though. It would
Yeah.
be pretty bad. We'll take him out in pieces.
No,
No.
it's so much blood. Look, no.
You have to live there.
I mean,
You have to remember that you are trapped here, and this is an enclosed space.
Just-
yeah.
How about this? Put him in the cellar, right? She doesn't have to go up where she was
Where
locked.
she
Oh,
was
where
locked up.
she was
Oh,
locked?
okay, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
they have no reason to ever go in there.
True enough.
You
They don't need
close that
anything out of
vent
it.
off
That's fine. No
Yeah,
one has to
true.
go in there.
Yeah, you do have to close that van.
until you find the acid. But that was in a hidden spot, and they might not have ever. found
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they probably would never gonna stumble upon that.
Nah.
Had no reason to open. What was it? Underneath the sink, like behind the sink, like a little
Behind,
hidden.
Yeah.
underneath, behind the
Yeah,
sink.
it was in
Yeah.
like a panel or whatever that he
Yeah.
opened.
Yeah. So even if they did find it, like, okay, what is this? Because they didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
You had to explain that to them. That would be
Insane. But nonetheless, their plan was to make a makeshift hazmat suit out of the shower curtain,
Mhm.
and some pop bottles. Pretty creative.
was.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with the filters and stuff, that would have worked for some gases. Which actually, at the end of the movie, it did.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, when the ship
for
gassed her?
some, but it's still a risk where it's like you don't really know what kind of gas is out there,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and all filters don't work for all things.
yeah.
True that.
But like y'all said, it's worth a try. Like
Mhm.
you know, if we're gonna try anything, it's worth a try. So yeah, you can do that. So they made the makeshift hazmat suit, but Howard found the scissors and thread or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he found a scissors and thread.
Pocket knife, was it?
Yeah.
Was it just
No, it was the scissors and it was some kind of. It wasn't the duct tape, but it was some kind of other tape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he found that, so that's when he like has them take the acid barrel out, and it's like, okay, what are you guys up to? I mean, honestly, I don't know why they did that. You could have just been like,
Tell him the truth.
semi-truth. You're like, yeah, like we're making a hazmat suit just in case.
Yeah.
You know, if anything happens here, someone can go out and get help. Bada bing, bada boom, man.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'd have been like, I'd have told them we're making gas masks for the same reason. Like, we decided we need gas masks on hands just in case, right? I had to fix the air filter. What if next time I got to go outside to do it?
No, yeah, that could have worked.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
bought that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have gotten them by that.
Then he would have just been upset of them like being so secretive.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably would.
Yeah, but
he probably wouldn't
you
have
would
killed him,
lived.
though. He probably wouldn't have killed him. For
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Emmett says it's him, and it had nothing to do with Michelle. So Emmett gets shot in the head.
Emmett got popped.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Well, I think what upset him because he said he saw how Michelle looks to him as a father figure, and he wanted that. And I was like, that he should not have said that.
Yeah, I don't know why he went that far with it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
But I think it's with Emmett not really understanding what Howard wanted out of all of this.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So yeah, he does that and melts Emmett's body and
Yeah.
in the acid.
Maybe she saw that.
Yeah, at that point, all bets is off.
Oh
She's
yeah,
like, I'm
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to slide like that.
Yeah.
He did shave afterwards, though.
He did. I was like,
Actually,
oh.
I found that creepier.
Yes.
That was very
Like
creepy.
if like after all that he shaved and then he comes in, I'm like, I don't know where we going. You know,
Give her
like
ice cream.
Exactly. Come down with some ice cream. Do you want a bowl or a cone? I'm like,
Yeah.
bruh.
Then he licked the cone all weird. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. I'm done.
Yeah. I think he was trying to like soften himself, like, hey, I know I killed him, but I had
Hey,
to.
look, I got to shave, though.
You know, I'm still this nice innocent guy, and this is like, nope,
He changed clothes and everything.
nope.
Yeah, I
Put
think
his
that's
khakis on.
But see, this the thing. He still didn't find out that they found out about the girl.
Oh no, but I think that just shows just how messed up Howard is.
Yeah.
It's like his psychosis, desire so much to have this family. He's like, okay, we got rid of Emmett. Emmett was holding us back anyways. I shaved. Don't you see how nice I am? Here's
Yeah.
some ice cream, like she's a 6-year-old.
Right.
Just gonna make it all better.
Yeah, nah,
And she's just like, bruh, first chance I get.
Why you got a barrel? I mean, I know why he has it, but like you got the barrel for acid just in case you have to kill somebody. Is that
I think
Well,
he
this isn't
used
his
that to get
first-
rid of the other
This
bodies.
isn't his first go around. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It's better than burying it in your backyard.
Yep, dissolve them
Yeah.
bodies. He said dissolve them right down to the bone.
Mhm. And it does.
So
he threatened to put him in there alive?
That's
He was like,
Yeah.
oh, you're going in here. alive."
you're alive and you're gonna feel all that.
Yeah.
That would have sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Big
Definitely.
time. Big
Yeah.
time. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So she continues to work on her hazmat suit, but she has to hide the gas mask in the vent, and when he comes down, the screw falls out of the vent. So that's when he finds out. So now it's crunch time.
crunch time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So
Everything that was off, he noticed.
Yeah.
Everything.
like he always noticed.
Yeah.
He always noticed everything. Anything they was doing weird. Like even when they were playing that charades game, or what do you call that game?
It was a Sort of like Taboo, but not
Yeah.
Similar to Taboo.
Similar
Oh
to
my
Taboo,
God,
something like that,
Emmett.
yeah.
I
Bro.
know.
Emmett, yeah.
But also, I mean, you gotta give it to John Goodman. How he was playing. I
was-
know what
yeah,
you're
I'm like,
doing.
Yeah.
I see you when you're sleeping.
Man, I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I know what you're doing. Always know. I'm always watching.
When he said, "I'm always watching," I was like, "Oh, Santa Claus."
That's what I was like. Oh,
yeah,
Santa.
yeah, like I see you when you're sleeping. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, Santa Claus.
Yeah,
but,
Yeah.
but
like, the way he was saying
the
it,
way
it was
he
like,
was saying it, I was like, he didn't figure it.
man, he didn't figure them fools out, and he didn't decide to play a game to expose them.
Yeah,
Like, man, this dude is nuts. But
yeah.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
that part.
and
was
then
kinda intense.
when he said that, I was like, "Oh, Santa Claus."
Yeah,
Santa
yeah. I
Claus.
figured
Yeah.
out, but it's still kind of like
Yeah.
I get him, and it's unnerving. But bro, man, you can't break down.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you can't.
Yeah. Emmett needed
Hold
to
it
have.
together.
He needs to relax.
Hold it together.
Mhm.
Well, he been running from everything. I remember he skipped the little bus thing. He was, what did he say? He wasn't good enough or something, or he ain't
Yeah,
won.
he always felt like he wasn't good enough or wasn't gonna make it or whatever, so he skipped the
Yeah.
bus and then
Yeah,
made sure that
he
he
was a
couldn't buy a ticket
track star.
again. And
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, he always running from things.
yeah, well, that was,
He's a
that was-
runner. He's a track star.
But that's what she was saying too, that she always ran for problems. Like, I mean, the whole
Oh,
thing
yeah.
started
She did
'cause
say that,
she
yeah.
ran away from her fiance simply because they had an argument, right?
Yeah.
You thinking it's
Yeah.
something major? He cheated on her. They had an argument and she walked away.
Yeah.
And so, it was, and also this one was kind of like her character building, how you go from always running away from your problems
Yeah.
Mhm.
to having the courage to face them.
Well,
head on.
because they took the option away, she couldn't run.
Yeah.
But even at the end, she had an option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that
the
was,
experience changed her.
Yeah.
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 Well, and if you look at it, at the first half of the movie, it was her trying to run, constantly trying to run,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and kept kind of hitting the wall until she, like, okay, I have to do something about it.
Mhm.
hmm
Yeah. But anyway, Howard's chasing her through the bunker, and then she like kicks over the acid barrel on him. I'm
And
like,
he
He
slipped.
fell like face first.
Yeah, because he slips on
Yeah,
it.
he slipped on it.
Yeah,
Then he fell in. Then it
yeah.
goes over to the lamp.
Oh, that sound though.
the sizzling sound?
Oh,
Yeah, when he fell in it.
Oh,
And it was like the slight gurgling
the
sound.
gurgling sound.
I was
Yeah, I
like,
was cracking up. Like, not the gurgle though.
Yeah, I was like, oh man.
He gurgling acid.
Yeah, he can't speak after that, right?
I didn't think so. No, it got in your
Feel
mouth, man.
face first
And
in
he
it.
fell
And I'm
face
like,
first.
His whole face would have been gone.
Yeah.
Not
yeah, I don't think
off
he
and all
got.
that.
I don't think he gets back up.
He
after
does not
that.
get back
No,
up.
I don't think so.
First of all, I just think the pain alone takes
Mhm.
him out.
Yeah, you're not gonna know that, even though he was crazy. Like,
Yeah, because you
know
mean all your nerves are going to be
Yeah.
firing, just like that's
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah,
So,
he got back up and chased her.
So she couldn't go out. The fire was there, so she couldn't go out the front door.
Yeah.
So she had to go through the vents.
Mm-hmm.
Smart, she tied her little hazmat suit to her
Yeah,
leg.
to her leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
That was
I don't
smart.
know if I would have thought about that. I would have been trying to push the hazmat suit in the
Yeah, I'd have
vent.
been carrying it with one arm, trying to shimmy through the vent.
Yeah.
And
That
then this
wouldn't
dude
work.
is like stabbing through the vents and
Yeah.
stuff. I'm like, oh, bro.
Yeah.
For real? That
Mhm.
that's some suspense right there.
Yeah.
You don't know
And
where
I'm
it's
saying,
coming
like,
from.
I'm like, girl, just keep going and take that knife. Just
Yeah, like if you stab me, I'm like, I'm gonna just have to take
I
that and
can
keep it
just take
moving.
it.
Cause
Yeah.
this ain't.
hey, she got some duct tape on her. She fine.
Yeah, I'm just duct tape up the cuts.
Mm.
Keep it moving. Just do or die right here.
Yeah.
I know you ain't getting any events, so
Yeah.
go ahead and keep it moving. But he
Well,
was
yeah.
on it though.
So she finally gets outside. She sees birds flying. So she's like, the air's fine, right? Takes her gas mask off and stuff. Trying to get into the truck. But then the bunker blows up because it was on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And the aliens show up.
Yeah.
It's like, nah.
She climbed on top of the truck and she looking at the ship flying by. I'm like, get down. What you doing? It's
Yeah.
gonna see you. What are you doing? Just
like,
staring at it.
What are you doing? Get in the
Yeah.
car.
Yeah, but then it's flying around. She like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel it. I just went through all of that.
I thought the same thing though. It was like she was on the truck and looked at it and was like, "Ah, come on." I was like,
Yeah.
that would have been my reaction. Like,
Like, I
really?
Like I dig it. Like all this time.
I was
he
like, I thought I had
really-
to deal with like some kind of nuclear aftermath, and like, okay, if the military come in, and be like, hey, I'm not sick. I got this. I made this suit. I'm good. And it was like an alien shit. Oh,
Come on.
It really
like,
is
okay,
Martians.
right. That's
Right.
why I was about to took the words right off my mouth. Like
the least believable part of what he said. But now, like, really? And then they gassed me too. It's like, wow.
yeah,
All of that was true.
yeah.
Good thing she had her hazmat suit though.
Mm.
Yeah.
That duct tape or something.
Hey, oh man, she dug that up quick.
Duct no, real quick. She's like, you better get it together.
Yeah,
But yeah, so she out there.
Yeah. These are different aliens than the first Cloverfield movie.
Which is why I'm like, why do we even do this? Like, if you're gonna tack Cloverfield on at the end of this, you can't at least make the aliens the same.
Well, maybe it was a different.
maybe it was a different class
brigade
of
alien.
alien in the
No,
same
it is-
species.
It is confirmed that this does not take place in the same universe as the first Cloverfield
Who confirmed
movie.
that? The
That's the story. Like this is not the same. This does not happen in the same world that the first Cloverfield movie happened in.
Does a Cloverfield multiverse?
If we watch the Paradox, I think they make the connection there in Cloverfield Paradox, which I hear is not a good movie.
Oh, well, I won't be ever watching that.
I kind of want to watch it now just so I can.
I know.
see
I
it.
kinda do too.
said-
I kinda do wanna see it
I
now,
do
so,
want
like, how do y'all
to
connect
watch
it?
it.
Yeah.
What do y'all do?
Yeah.
Well, there was something with a particle accelerator, and then like different realities start coming in. So the thought process is that because of what happened in Cloverfield Paradox, it's why the first movie and the second movie happened, even though they're in two different worlds, is because of what they did with their particle accelerator or whatever.
That's the dumbest.
It is. It's really stupid. Yes.
That's just really dumb. I would rather this have
Okay.
been a couple of days later.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe just in a different part where like a different sect of aliens attacked. Like it was
Yeah,
just different from, New York or something like
Mhm.
that. Like, okay, this is the invasion.
The problem with that, the story for the
aliens.
first movie is that wasn't even an attack. That like they were like the alien in the first movie was a baby.
Yeah. It was a baby,
Yeah.
and it was like,
Mhm.
But okay,
Basically
so
scared
you
and
had
attacking.
the baby in New York basically just running around.
Mhm.
This one was more direct, right? Because in the first one, you see the satellite falls out and then aliens.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this one is now, okay, so the baby is loose. Now the adults is like, hey, this place is free game.
Yep.
We can do what we need to do.
You could have done that.
Yeah.
It would have been better if they did it that way. Which I don't know. I'm like, you took the script and tacked on Cloverfield. Why not?
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I'm not buying this alternate universe. That's some nonsense.
yeah, that's an excuse. That's how they get out
It's
of
definitely
everything.
not the same aliens.
It's not. I
Yeah,
know
It
it's
reminded me
not.
more of War of the Worlds.
I love this movie. It reminds me. Of
Yeah.
War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
in that case, I say just sneeze on them.
That takes
to
us
be,
down.
To be honest, I'm like, I said it in War of the Worlds, but that is the solution for any kind of alien invasion, right? They don't have the
Our
same-
immune system.
Yeah, they don't have
Yeah.
our immune system.
Yeah. And now we got COVID going around.
So Independence Day, all they had to do was sneeze on.
Probably.
Probably.
No, they had on helmets to protect them.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah,
did
yeah,
have
they did
protective
have
suits.
But Will Smith also punched through that.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't
Knocked it
understand how
out.
he knocked the thing out when that was a protective
Knocked
suit.
it clean out,
Welcome to
bare
Earth.
hands and everything.
That probably should not have happened.
They were those aliens were weak though. They were pretty weak
They were.
in Independence Day.
Yeah. It was the exoskeleton that made
Oh
them
yeah,
superior.
and the shield around the big ship.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough, I guess.
You still ain't punching through that though.
No,
No,
I
you're not.
agree though. Like what's the purpose of a?
It was knocked out for a long
Yeah, you
time.
can imagine Iron Man getting punched by someone with bare hands. By the way,
It
being
does knocked out for hours
So your armor
to the point where you can drag him across the desert.
right,
and he
You'd
doesn't
have
wake
been
up?
out for like a whole day.
Right,
Yeah, at
because that
least.
whole time in the Independence Day movie, you think that's how the alien looked.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh no, this is the exoskeleton. You gotta open it up. And so it's just like,
Yeah,
And you knock him out. By
Right.
Okay.
yeah, don't make no sense.
No dreadlocks hanging out the back of my parachute. I was supposed to be at a barbecue. And what is that smell?
All the alien movies, perfect.
Mhm.
People always be like, "Oh, what if they come in peace?" I'm gonna say, if aliens ever visited Earth, it's gonna be hostile. I don't think.
yeah.
At this time, I don't think the governments are wrong on this one, because if you can travel across
Yeah.
like between stars,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going there for peace.
I'm gonna say this: when in history have we ever landed someplace we haven't been before and came in peace?
Oh, that's true. You never come in peace. That's not a thing.
I'm just saying.
True.
It's like, oh, look, we discovered Australia.
Well,
okay.
war.
Just,
I mean,
That's
if
just
humans go to another planet,
that's what I'm saying. We're gonna we put a flag on the moon and be like, this is ours.
Hey, yo,
Yeah, this is
y'all,
ours now.
this hasn't been done yet, has it? We should make a movie where humans are the ones that finally figured out space travel,
And invade the
and
aliens.
we invade another planet.
I don't know.
And get mollywopped.
You don't think that's gonna be a good movie?
Technology.
That
Are
would
we
be a
tired
good
of
movie.
invading people?
Obviously not.
No. That would be a good
That would
movie.
And
be-
once the world is
that would be a
filled,
good
now
movie.
we need new stuff to invade.
Yeah, have
Isn't
it
that what,
have it be like
no,
aliens and
no.
and
That was
the
gonna
people
be
from
me.
Earth is the
Oh,
one with the
It
ships.
was the one with the, but they were robots
and all the
instead.
technology.
and on all the technology.
No, it kind of was done before with that one Michael Pena movie where they were on Earth, but they were robots, and they were being attacked by aliens. But it wasn't aliens. It turned out like when you opened up their suits and stuff, it was people. Like people came back to Earth.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So
then
it was kind of done.
Yeah. I feel like
Okay.
isn't that kind of like Avatar too, though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is what Avatar. I forgot all about Avatar.
Forgot about Avatar.
I mean, that's just Pocahontas though. So I mean, look, the second movie wasn't bad. It was just too
It was
long.
very long.
Very long.
Oh,
Like, man, we still here?
I was
Take
tired.
another nap.
My brain was tired.
Yeah. Just a lot going on.
His kids
It
got
was a good
captured
movie, though.
5 times in that movie.
Oh, he was a bad parent. At that point, I'd be like, you know what? Just don't rescue me no more. I'm cool.
Like, leave us. Your parents, you don't want us. Just let them have us. Sheesh. Yeah, it was a good movie, though. But definitely long.
So is that the gist of 10 Cloverfield Lane?
That is
Yeah,
just
she
15 Clover.
defeats the aliens and she gets away.
And
Yeah,
decides-
she
the
decides
car.
she could go to Baton Rouge or Houston. Baton Rouge is like a safe
The safe
haven.
zone, yeah.
Houston is where they want people to like fight, and she goes to Houston.
Am I the only one who thought she turns to Houston and they show like the alien ship in the cloud?
Yeah.
That it, like her car should have got like exploded or something? Like, she still dies.
I said to myself, she don't make it.
No, she don't make it. Like, I get like you're courageous now. You're super
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah, I don't think she
Super
makes it.
Well,
to
yeah,
the end.
because like she's the only one out there on the road. You're gonna attract attention. Like, well, why are they just gonna let you drive all the way to Houston and start fighting?
Yeah.
Like
Uh-huh.
they're right here around you. Like, why would they just let you get there? It don't make
So
sense.
a couple of audience suggestions. One, there was a fan edit of that last scene where instead of the ship, it was the Cloverfield monster shadow in the lightning, and I was like, oh, that would have been so much better.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been.
I know, like one small little thing, it would have been so much better.
It would have been better.
2 people have suggested that the A Quiet Place movie should have been rolled into the Cloverfield universe. And I'm like, you could explain that's why the aliens came down and like they killed the baby, and so they sent down, like maybe the Cloverfield aliens aren't the ones that come, but they sent down like, these things that they know will just kill everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, isn't that kind of the story in
Did they give a reasoning in A Quiet Place?
No, we're
No.
gonna find out.
Yeah, that's what the third movie gonna be.
No, I was
about.
talking about that one Chris Pratt movie,
Oh, I was about to say the day after. The Tomorrow War.
The Tomorrow War.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't meant for Earth, but they crashed carrying those aliens, and
Yes.
it's assumed that it's because
Yeah.
you use them as weapons.
Okay.
So yeah, that could have been the explanation. I mean, I'm not mad at that explanation for A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it would have been cool. It would have been cool.
yeah. So yeah, that's the gist of 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Mhm.
Random movie facts.
Random movie facts. Movie facts.
So just a couple. I think we might have already mentioned that Bradley Cooper was the voice of Michelle's fiance Ben. There was going to be a bigger plot involving Ben with her trying to go back and save him, but then rightfully so, someone said, let's not make this movie about him and her.
Yes.
Yeah, like let's about be her character growth and not doing something because Ben's in danger. And
Yeah.
Ben's probably super
Whoever
dead.
came.
Yeah,
Yes.
Plus, we did that in the first Cloverfield movie,
Right.
Which we
Yeah,
all
they all
agree.
went back. Yeah,
While
should've
good
left
movie
her.
was dumb.
Yes.
Very.
Should
Yeah,
have left
it
her
like,
there.
it was
Sorry.
not
It was
your wife.
ex girlfriend. It wasn't even that. Like y'all went on a date.
1 date.
1 date.
And you didn't even call her back.
I'm not going across the state to find you. I hope you. I will hope that you get out, but
Yeah,
I
hopefully.
can't go.
But
Man, I met this person at the supermarket the other day. I gotta go find them. Like, no,
But my
bro.
thing is, like,
Well, they gonna have to find me.
he's not even thinking about her because you never even bothered to call her again.
Right.
Shouldn't have been thinking about it.
Right. So why?
Yeah, it doesn't
what's
make any
triggering
sense.
this
You clearly
heroicness
didn't
all
care
of a
enough
sudden?
about her to call her again.
Yeah, but now you don't want her to die.
And then you
though.
put all
Yeah.
your friends in danger. I mean,
Yeah.
if they had gone the other way, they would have died. But still,
I think
I mean,
some
they
of
all
them might
died
have made
anyway.
it. I think that one girl who
That's
kept
what's
saying
made.
like I shouldn't even be here, she might have made it. She wouldn't follow them fools around.
that's true. Yeah, but you got bitten by some kind of blowy uppy alien.
Yeah.
Yep, and she exploded.
It's weird.
It's all bad.
Right. So that's what I was saying. They had to be like different kinds of aliens.
Why?
No, that was explained. Those were like kind of like parasites that was on the alien.
Yeah.
Because you got to think it's super
Oh,
big,
okay.
so they were just falling off of the alien, and
Okay.
then now they're attacking people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this was a completely different thing.
Yeah.
But to that point, originally this was called The Cellar. Makes sense.
Yes, makes sense.
Okay.
And it had nothing to do with Cloverfield until J.J. Abrams got his hand on the script and decided to connect it to the movie.
Okay,
Alright.
J.J. Abrams.
So I was right.
Yeah. It was definitely tacked on.
Yeah, so you could tell.
The Cellar. That's a good title.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, it
I
makes
can see
sense.
that.
Because I mean, like, even with
The
all that other
Cellar.
stuff at the end,
Scary.
the movie itself is solid.
The
Yeah.
word
Yeah.
cellar is scary.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
basement, cool. Like go down
Cellar?
to the cellar. Like no, I'm not going.
I
You
don't
go.
wanna go to your cellar.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
because
that.
with her escaping and
Mhm.
then running out, yeah, that would have been a good ending to the movie.
Hmm.
Yeah, she wouldn't figured out that the air was safe to breathe and all that, and
Mhm.
everything good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there are some people who prefer it to be like that way where she runs out and they say you leave it kind of up in the air whether or not he was right or not. Like she makes it to safety, looks around in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
gotta put the alien stuff on there though, because if you don't,
you're
why is this
questioning.
Cloverfield? Like,
Yeah, I see, I
Oh
don't-
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to question because I questioned the entire movie. I don't want to also question the end. So even
Yeah.
without the aliens, it's feel like either she takes her mask off and she's fine, or she takes her mask off and she dies. Like it
Mhm.
has to end one of those ways.
Yes.
True.
But yeah, yeah, we didn't. I mean, it was fine. It wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
Okay, nitpicks.
Pick some nets. Pick some
I
nets.
honestly don't really have that much.
Just a couple. We talked about some of them. Number one, why does she have matches on her? Because she had 2 matches on her. Just 2.
I thought that was very smart.
Some people do carry like matches
Yeah.
in their bags and stuff. That's not far fetched.
Why?
Some people
Maybe
just
she
do.
smokes.
Guess you gotta
She
start a
doesn't smoke.
campfire.
I don't know.
Maybe just no. People just do.
Yeah, they just have matches.
You
You're
have
not one of
matches.
those women that like just have matches in your purse.
Matches and razor blades.
I mean, I have knives. What are we talking about?
Or maybe
matches?
she was out somewhere
Multiple?
and they gave away matches and she just left them in her bag.
Sometimes people do give away matchbooks though, like it's merchandise kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I
they were
mean,
all
honestly,
decent,
that's
too.
how I have matches.
So she uses
Huh?
the matches.
I mean, that's how I have matches. I have never bought.
Well,
Yeah, I've never
Matches
bought
in
a
my life.
matchbook
Pocket?
at all.
No, I'm a guy. Why would I have them in my pocket?
Yeah, like that's different.
Like you can have it.
But your
You can
purse-
have it in your purse or book bag.
It's utilities.
Yeah. I mean-
But no, I didn't find that too far fetched.
yeah.
I
No.
did because I just felt like why would she have them? Just didn't
People
make any
carry
sense.
matches.
People-
That's
it's
not
normal.
far fetched.
People
People carry
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
In the audience, tell us
Yes.
if you carry matches.
Leave that in the comments.
And you don't smoke or nothing.
Yes. If you don't smoke,
You just
let
carry
us
matches.
know
Yes,
if
only
you
non
carry
only
matches.
non-smokers comment, please.
Yes.
Well, no, because I think what Dolores is saying is if they smoke, then that gives them a
A
kind of
reason to
reason to
have
have-
matches.
yeah.
And not a lighter?
Well, she didn't have that either. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because yes, and not a light. So no smokers. You can't answer the
I'm
question.
about to say, genuine smokers always carry a lighter, not matches. Just saying.
I don't
Yeah.
see the need for the matches. But okay, all right. Someone has to convince me that I'm leaving it up there.
Okay.
Okay, so they were building the hazmat suit in secret or whatever, sneaking around or whatever. There's no way Howard. I mean, I know he caught them, but he had been the bunker only has 3 rooms.
True.
Right? Yeah,
Like y'all can't do that much sneaking around.
that is
Like,
true.
did you do it while he was in the shower? I just don't understand. Like you're in his room digging through stuff. Where could he have been where he's not noticing you in his room digging through stuff?
You would have been better off actually telling him, like, hey, I think we should build a hazmat suit, just because she'd be like, hey, I have the skill, right?
Yeah.
You didn't have someone that had this skill before, and it would be a good idea for us to build a hazmat suit just in case.
Yeah, probably would have worked out well.
Yeah. So the other two of them were covered about. I'd have just told her we were making gas masks instead of
Yeah.
talking about I want her to respect me. Dumb.
Yeah, that was dumb.
And when dude fell face down in the acid, he's
Yeah,
dead.
he's not-
You
yeah,
know what
he's
I'm saying?
dead.
Like he'd have been more burned
Yeah.
up.
I was like, it was the gurgling sound for me.
Yeah.
Because he was
That
just like,
and, and it caught on fire before he got
before
up.
he got up. Yeah,
And remember,
Yes.
he said it was highly flammable, so he would have been on fire.
He's up in flames.
Yes.
He was in it when it
Yes.
caught on fire,
Yeah.
so he
Yeah,
would have
he's
been
up.
on
He's
fire.
up in flames.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then my last one is Louisiana's below sea level. Convince me you can build a bunker.
I guess that's a good point. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah,
I just
I
feel like
didn't
he's
think
gonna
about that.
need a ton of pumps to keep that water out.
Yeah, I did not think about that.
Mm.
So, but I mean, if anyone in Louisiana has a basement, let me know.
I don't think they do.
Yeah. Because usually when they get hurricanes, they tell them to leave.
Yeah,
You don't want to be in a basement
You
during
don't
a
wanna be in a
hurricane.
basement during a
I don't even think they.
hurricane?
Well,
bury
it's-
them
that's
above
all-
ground.
What I'm saying is like they only get hurricanes. It's not like they get tornadoes
Oh, yeah.
or anything that would acquire a bumper or
I don't even think they
require a
bury
bumper.
people above ground down there. Like they bury them.
Wasn't it
Oh,
someplace?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, they don't bury them.
them above ground.
Yeah, wasn't
Or
there
I guess they're not
someplace
burying them there, but
where,
they
Right,
just,
right.
they just keep them
where
above
they
ground.
did bury people on the ground and the bodies was coming up?
Coming up out of the ground. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Louisiana, but it was somewhere.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
remember that. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that though.
No, yeah, bad idea.
Yeah. So that was my last nitpick. I don't think this bunker.
Wow, I didn't think about that, but you got a
I
point
mean,
there.
engineer, over there. She's over here probably like, we wouldn't put a pipe through there.
Right, the whole movie right now knows like, yeah, we wouldn't. Nope,
Mm-mm.
we ain't doing that. No. Oh, they did that wrong. That's code
I
violation.
did think about you with her crawling through the vent.
Because no,
Yeah, I was
dust
like,
is big
yeah,
enough.
she's
But
the
this
only
is
one who
custom,
would've been
though.
able
This
to-
is
No,
custom.
no. It was not that it's not big enough because they can be big enough. I was thinking is the support's not designed to hold a human weight.
Oh,
Ah.
super full.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's not gonna be able. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I mean, maybe they added a whole bunch of safety factors to it. It's cool.
I didn't see a lot of them. It's just like a regular vent to me.
So yeah, why?
Well, I mean, it's like that all the time.
Yeah, true.
You
Well, at
you
least
can
this-
always crawl through a
At
vent.
least this one was cramped.
True.
It be in movies they and the vent is like 4 feet wide.
Like
Yeah.
three,
Like,
three of
come
them in
on,
there
man.
crawling
Die
next to
Hard.
each other. I'm like,
Yeah, they're usually like 20
Yeah.
inches.
Die Hard.
Come on.
Yeah, like bro, you way too big. for
Yeah,
this.
he's not crawling through that.
I mean, how much energy are you losing with your vent being that big? Like, you know how much air you gotta push
Yeah.
through there?
And they're always clean.
yeah.
Like
They're
there's no
always spotless.
dirt, there's no
no
cobwebs.
dead bugs.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It will at least be some dust because air, like, you're
Yes.
pulling
Definitely.
air.
It will
through all the
always
time.
be dust.
Die Hard got that right. Excuse me.
What?
See how dirty his shirt was?
Oh, his
Oh,
shirt
yeah,
was
right,
dirty.
right.
Yeah, Vin Diesel shirt would have been
Still
bright white.
Foul.
No wrinkles or anything. I'm like, really? Did you change shirts when you were in there? What's going on?
Gotta do this for family.
All right. Well, let's rate 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Oh, did they? Why is so? The street is 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah.
That's his address.
Yeah, that's his address.
that's
When
his
the
address.
mailbox fell off.
Well, it's another sign that it has nothing to do with Cloverfield because it's the street name.
Street.
It's the
There
street
was
name.
a theory because he worked for the company that was in charge of the satellite that fell off the
Oh, I
sky.
forgot
in
to
the
bring that
first
up.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're saying that since he lived on Cloverfield Lane, he's the one that gave the alien the code name Cloverfield because he
That's
was a part
possible.
of the company.
I forgot. Yes, we mentioned about his backstory. They did give backstory. It was in the viral marketing
Yeah.
for the movie. So he really did work for the Navy, and apparently he found something like the alien and things, and he was basically silenced and kicked out, which kind of leads to his downward spiral,
Mhm.
which kind of explains his character
Right.
a lot.
So then the wife and daughter
sense.
leaves,
Yeah,
and he wants to replace his family, so he kidnaps a girl.
and why he believes in
Okay,
aliens.
that connects.
Yeah,
That connects. Then.
because they exist and he
Okay.
knows they exist.
Yeah. So yeah. Back to ratings.
Yeah.
So I give this. I would pay for that. I think this is an excellent movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good watch. If you like suspenseful movies,
Mhm.
I think this is good.
Yeah, I'll pay for that.
I pay for that.
I'd pay for that. It was close to the best movie ever though, because even with my second time watching it, it was still suspenseful. Like I
Yeah.
knew what was going to happen, but then I was still confused. I'm like, wait, was he telling the truth or was not? Like through the movie, I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
I've seen this before.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Like-
that's the sign of it. One, knowing that I've seen it before, somehow I didn't remember everything that was happening.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't remember
Yeah.
everything.
And like, it's still suspenseful. Like, very few movies can still do that the second time around.
Right.
So,
True.
definitely.
Yeah, and John Goodman's acting in this
Yes.
was
Yeah, his acting in this was
Yeah.
top notch. So
Yeah.
I don't know if he won.
I feel
anything
like
for
it's
this or
on the
not, but-
lines of with the suspense, like A Quiet Place.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
both of them, like okay, I know how the movie ends,
Mhm.
but it's like I can still watch those movies over and still have the
Like,
same.
Wow, I can't believe that happened.
Right, I can still have the same level of suspense.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Especially
know,
the first
I
one.
would-
Like, I saw the first one in theater, and like, I stopped eating my snacks. I'm like, what is happening? Like, you're literally
was-
tense the entire time.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it was so
Even when we
freaking
seen
quiet.
it at the drive-in.
Yeah.
It was so freaking quiet. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I don't want to make a sound.
Right?
hmm
And you can hear the sound from the other theater. 'Cause
yes,
everyone else
it
is
was-
so
yeah, because
quiet.
it's so quiet.
I'm like, okay.
I,
Like, quiet, man. They gonna catch us.
See, yeah, that's the problem. That's what would always like instills fear in me in watching A Quiet Place, because I was like, we all be dead. We'll all be dead. My
'Cause your-
family will be
Because your
dead.
daughter gonna be the kid playing with the airplane in the middle of the street.
Your stomach gonna keep growling.
No, those kind of sounds don't bring them.
Right, but you're right. His
His
kid
kids
will
is
be
gonna-
that little boy in the beginning.
Yeah, his daughter playing with the
Come to
airplane.
be jumping around. Y'all supposed to be walking quietly. He jumping around on all the leaves. Listen, Daddy, listen.
Yeah, I'll be kidless. Wouldn't work. They couldn't come out. They'll have to be like 10 Cloverfield Lane, trapped in a
Mhm.
bunker.
Yeah. Like, y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all ain't getting me killed. Got to take these threats out. Y'all are a threat.
But you know what? No, the problem with why were you going on this? But A Quiet Place. I'm definitely like having a shelter underneath a waterfall. Like
Yeah.
that's where I'm going to be.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
would definitely set up camp right there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like we know that like it sounds too loud for. I'm going to Niagara Falls.
Just on the boardwalk.
This is where we live.
Mhm.
There's not hotels over there. You all right? Plenty of space.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Waterfall's not gonna run out, so
Yeah.
So I would like to change my rating. It has to be best movie ever because of John Goodman's dance at the
oh, he was twerking at the jukebox.
Like-
I'm like, okay.
best movie ever, man, hands down. There you go.
You know what? I could have went through life without
That's
seeing it.
twerking threw me off, man. I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Like, that's what you got to do. You got to do that.
He was like, this. He was like, the song makes me want to dance.
Just popping it. It's a banger.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
I forgot about that part. He was getting it too. I'm like, okay.
So yeah, that is our review of.
Now
10
I really want to kill myself.
That's our review of 10 Cloverfield Lane. What did you think about the movie? Let us know in the comments below. Do you carry matches in your purse? It's
If
important.
so, why?
Let us know about that too. And with that being said, we will see you in the next one.